Hey guys, noEHinTEAM here for noEHinTEAM, your number one source for awesome, and this is my best class in Crysis 3 2.0. So just quickly going over my class, I am now using the Microwave Incendiary Klystron Emitter, or Mic Gun, for secondary. The Hammer 2, I've got the Jaw as a explosive, which is a lot of fun to use if you haven't used it yet. I also have Maneuverability, Weapon Pro, and Retriever, which is clearly my favorite perk of the game. So I've taken a couple clips from games, and then I've got one long one just to kind of show you a full round here. Now I use Deathmatch because it's so quickly engaging. Like, you immediately see an enemy and there's lots of gunfights. So this class works in any game mode. I've been successful with it in pretty much everything you can think of. I just like the way the gun feels, the gun works. The biggest thing I find with this gun is that when somebody's trying to take me down, I can quickly swing over and still win a gunfight. Like, if you notice you're getting shot in the back or from the side, you can easily bust this gun out. And just because it's such a quick emitting microwave gun, you've got a better chance of taking out an enemy than using any of the other guns, in my opinion. Now, originally I had the Gauss sniper rifle as my favorite class, and I've quickly moved away from that just simply due to the evolution of the game. It's usually what happens when people start to understand the mechanics, get a little bit better at stealth. My biggest discovery over playing this in the last couple weeks is I barely use stealth anymore. I do find it useful right when you spawn so that you're not spawn camped, but overall I'm finding way more use out of stomp somebody right there. Way more use out of moving quick and using a weapon that you can get something on target faster than relying on stealth completely. And especially when you're playing deathmatch, you really can't do well camping in a corner and just utilizing stealth. That's typically why people that are using bows and sniper rifles aren't winning the rounds anymore, because of that evolution in the people that are playing this game. You tend to see more players using these types of weapons. Now, I will say that I've spent a lot of time with the Scar Mod 2 and a couple of the other weapons, and I just find that for whatever reason this weapon gets the job done more consistently. And here's the gameplay that I'll run all the way through from starting to finish. You'll notice that I'm winning a lot of gunfights where typically the enemy should have the jump on me. I will say that the Mic Gun does have tendency to suck at long range, so that's the reason why I put the Jaw onto my explosive category there. I really see no use in putting any like C4 explosives or anything like that. I know it's called noEHinTEAM, whatever, but I just find that there's not enough use for it, and the buttons make it really awkward. If you're not aware of it, you can double tap on the triangle if it's PlayStation, and you'll quickly switch over to your explosive. And like I said, everything else aside from maybe a grenade, you'll see the use of the Jaw right here. I see two enemies. I know they're too far away for this gun to be that effective, so just bust out the launcher. And I like how it's laser guided, and boom, get the mid-air kill. So again, if you're looking for a class to try, I do recommend trying this. However, the Mic Gun can definitely benefit from a couple of perks, and I've tried the rapid fire on this thing. Doesn't really change much for you, as it doesn't do a lot of damage. So if you can keep the faster reload and faster ADS, you can be a little bit more successful with it. I have switched over on the secondary to the Hammer 2 as well, because I just find it, I don't know, a little bit more easier to aim and fire and hit somebody, especially when you're trying to go for a headshot. I was liking the Majestic 6, however, I found that it just took a little bit too long to get those shots off. So again, when you're using these classes, just remember that Crysis 3 is all about speed. I know there's still a lot of players that use stealth an awful lot, but typically you don't see them at the top of the leaderboard. I know playing enough of team deathmatch and a lot of deathmatch rounds, the player that usually wins is the player that's constantly looking for enemies and moving to those advantageous positions. Typically you don't see a bow player scoring really high. As much as it's satisfying to take somebody out with an arrow and things, it's just, to me, not as useful, especially sniping as well. You'll see a couple of snipers in the game, but this isn't Call of Duty, or even Battlefield for that matter, where you've got full confidence in that sniper, because any sniper rifle in this game is a two-shot kill. And it's yeah, it's just not as useful anymore. You did see in my original video with best class that I was using the Gauss rifle to its advantages, and a lot of the enemies that I was hitting with it, they were either just not utilizing their energy properly by not putting on max armor. You'll see that in almost every gunfight, when I see an enemy, I engage in my max armor. It's turned on. I got a little cocky there with the hammer too. But yeah, you'll notice that I'll go in and out of stealth pretty quickly, and if I do see an enemy, I'll throw that maximum armor on, and they'll be fully confident on winning the gunfight no matter where they're coming at me. Now, I also wanted to cover my favorite perk, and that has got to be Retriever. And now that I've gotten tier 2 from the Retriever, it's one less kill for kill streaks. And when you're playing any type of team game based mode, or anything where you can kind of isolate players in one area, getting those quote unquote kill streaks is pretty vital, and you can really turn the tide of a round. Now, I did get a gunship at the end of this round, but I chose not to use it because I did want to do a proper video demonstration of me using this class, and relying on kill streaks wasn't going to show you that you can do well with a couple of kill streaks without using the gun. So I wanted to show you guys how many kills and how much, you know, ability I had. I should have been able to take that guy down. It's really funny. Watch this guy. He didn't choose to melee me. It's interesting. But I chose to just show you guys, if you use the mic gun correctly, it can be really, really powerful. And I like the speed that you get with it. It's not slow. It's not like an LMG, which I'm starting to see a lot more as Crysis continues. There's a lot of people using the light machine guns, and I just can't use one. I also see a lot of people sticking to the Typhoon gun. I don't know what it is, but I don't like using the Typhoon simply because I don't feel that, I don't know, it's cheesy to me. And I know the mic gun's not that different, since it is some energy emitting ray of microwaves, but using a gun like the Typhoon just kind of drives me nuts because it feels like, I don't know, it's that farting sound squirt gun type of thing where I was like, really? Like, is that a lot of fun to use? And that's where I kind of miss using the sniper rifle, where I was doing really well. But those days are unfortunately behind us in Crysis, I think. And unless you're camping in a corner, I don't really care about score or anything like that. Feel free to snipe, but it's just not going to get you as many kills as being on. The other thing that happens a lot in this game, if you haven't noticed, is you get crossfired a lot. And that has everything to do with speed. I know if anybody's come from any other shooter, there is a huge gap between this game and a Battlefield, or this game and a Call of Duty, because what you can't do anymore is find an enemy, chase them for a good 10 seconds and track them down. Why? Because you'll get shot in the back. And not being able to kind of see an enemy in your crosshairs in the distance and chase them, you have to stop yourself from doing that. I know it's weird, and I know you want to get the kill because you see the guy, but Crysis doesn't work that way. You have to be so much more aware of your environment. When you see a kill in the distance and you don't have that sniper rifle, that one-shot kill, which doesn't exist in this game, you're not going to be successful because someone's going to hit you in the back before you get there. And time and time again, yeah, I see people using their energy completely incorrectly, and I was one of those people. You'll notice in the I made the first original best class video the first week of release, and I was still using my energy wrong. I was shooting while stealth. You can't do that. It drains your energy like immensely. And yeah, I just got in and out of the habit of hitting that button for stealth and not relying on it so much. I remember the first week I was relying on it a lot. And look at this guy right here. What are you doing? Stealth in the corner. I do see players doing that a lot too, and it's a lot of fun finding them hiding behind bushes and things in the corners with their little crossbows. Now, I do wish I was better at the Predator bow, but you know what? It's one of those things where they've put it in the game to try and attract some more players. Yeah, it can be satisfying hitting somebody from across the map, but again, you're just typically not going to see a lot of high-scoring players utilizing those weapons. Oh yeah, one other thing about perks is I use the maneuverability perk exclusively. I don't think I'll ever change that because I'm so used to no fall damage now that I think if I took it off, I'd be killing myself constantly because I'm so used to any ledge, any height being able to withstand it. And yeah, without the ability to do that, you would probably be making some mistakes. No fall damage is really important to me for whatever reason. I just like the ability of knowing that I'm not going to suicide myself because I'm chasing somebody. So yeah, again, if you guys have any suggestions or guns that you're finding that will be even more useful than this, I'd be totally game for, finding out what your setup is. This basically worked the best for me, and I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this 2.0 video from my original. It sounds like a lot of people really enjoyed it, and hey, we love the support. So if you'd like to see more Crysis 3 videos, please hit that like button, and hopefully I can make more for you guys. If you have any questions about the game, please fire them my way. Be happy to answer anything else you got, and happy gaming. We'll catch you on the next video.